Hi everyone, yet another poem, Father Returning Home. A very simple way of presenting what our fathers go through day in, day out. And the struggles of a father is what you can expect this poem to tell you. How they go to work and how while they are returning, how tired they are. And that is the first phase. See, it is divided into two phases. One is the father being shown while he is traveling, maybe on his way back home from work or from his office, from his shop, wherever he is. And the second half is the way he is treated at home. After he returns, what kind of treatment this father gets is what the poem is about. A very simple narration and something that will touch your heart, I think. Rather, it should. If not, then you really need some help. Father Returning Home. Read it along with me. Keep your textbook in front of you. My father travels on the late evening train, standing among silent commuters in the yellow light. So it is about the world when trains were allowed for everyone and people used to travel like this. When there were at least 5 times the number of people that should be in one compartment. So it's about that peak hour. It's about that time when you have to really struggle to get into the train and struggle even more to get out of the train. And in the middle of this, getting in and getting out is a whole lot of struggle inside the compartment too. So let's begin. My father travels on the late evening train, the peak hour train, standing among silent commuters in the yellow light. He is standing among silent commuters. Commuters are the ones who are traveling, travelers. So he is standing quietly, and so are the others. All of them are exhausted. They're just standing, waiting for their station to come and just get the hell out of there. Suburbs slide past his unseeing eyes. Suburbs, right now, he's just standing like this with his eyes shut. And suburbs are passing. Malad, Kandivli, Borivali, and so forth. Okay, these are going by. His shirt and pants are soggy. Soggy? Okay, I'll come to that. And his black raincoat stained with mud and his bag stuffed with books is falling apart. So this is how his physical state is. His shirt and pants are soggy. They've gone all soggy. It has got all stained and it has got all wet because of the sweat and all the other people's sweat rubbing on his clothes. And his black raincoat stained with mud. Maybe it is rainy season and he's wearing that black raincoat, carrying that in fact, and all the mud and all the garbage. So basically, he's in a very pitiful state physically. Okay. His black raincoat stained with mud and his bag stuffed with books is falling apart. That bag is also falling apart. Aadha toot raha hai, lag raha hai ki abhi gir hi jayega. The zipper is not working. The lock seems to be off. And you look at him and you feel very sad that this is how he is looking right now. This is the situation that he is in right now. His eyes dimmed by age. His eyes have really lost its luster. His eyes have really become tired by the current situation that he is in right now. His eyes dimmed by age. Because of this age, he has gone a little slow. Okay? Fade homeward through the humid monsoon night. They are slowly fading. His eyes are slowly fading homeward through the humid monsoon night. This monsoon night is slowly taking a toll on him, and his eyes and his sight is slowly fading, and as he is going towards his house. Now I can see him getting off the train. Right now I can actually see him getting off the train. So probably he has reached his station. Like a word dropped from a long sentence. There are so many words, like this sentence is so long and one word has been dropped. Meaning it is a metaphor comparing so many people and one person just getting off the train. Alright? So, his eyes dimmed by age, fade homeward through the humid monsoon night. So he is approaching his house, going towards the house. Now I can see him getting off the train. He's just getting off the train, just like one word has been removed from a big sentence. He hurries across the length of the grey platform. He is hurrying, he is walking fast through the grey colored platform. Now see over here, the word grey is used as a pun, more than one meaning. Where grey, first thing, obviously it is the color of the platform, the concrete that the platform is made up of. And the other grey is a symbol of sadness, it is a symbol of dullness, how his life has become so dull and he is wanting to run away from that. Okay? Crosses the railway line, enters the lane. He crosses the railway line and he enters the lane through which he has to walk home. Okay? His chappals are sticky with mud, but he hurries onward. His chappals are all sticky, probably because of the monsoon and the area being all marshy and all. So he is hurrying away towards his house in spite of being in a bad state. His chappals all muddy, his clothes all dirty and stained, his bags overloaded with books, falling apart. Still wants to go ahead and reach home fast. But he hurries onward. He hurries towards his house. Okay? Home again. I see him drinking weak tea. He's home again. He has reached back to his house. Once again, he is at his house. I see him drinking weak tea. Weak tea matlab not kadak, light chai. Okay? Showing that people in his house are perhaps not really bothered about what he likes, what he does not like. Chai hai, theek hai, isko de do. That is all that he is getting. But like whatever's there, just give it to him. Eating a stale chapati. Stale chapati, something that has gone bad. दोपहर का या maybe one day prior बनाया होगा. Still reading a book, still has some excitement going in his life as he is interested in something which we see, that is reading a book. He goes into the toilet to contemplate. So he goes to the toilet and perhaps this is the only place of peace. Like many husbands also go through the same thing to get away from the trouble of their wives. They go into the toilet and just sit aram se. They don't even want to do anything. They just want to go there and sit just for peace of mind. Okay. So that is what this fellow also does. He goes into the toilet to contemplate. To contemplate, matlab he's just thinking, he's into deep thoughts about something. Man's estrangement from a man-made world. This is how he wants to estrange himself. Estrange himself means he wants to remove himself from this society full of people. Something like the Road Wala poem. In this also, he shows that he is troubled by the current situation that the father is in. He is currently in a very bad situation and he wants to alienate himself. He wants to detach himself from the society. So he does this by going into the toilet. Okay. Coming out, he trembles at the sink. Coming out, he is trembling. Trembling means he is moving and looking into the sink. That is the wash basin. The cold water running over his brown hands. So, goes near the basin, puts the tap on and water is just flowing on his brown hands, just looking at the water and thinking something in his mind. Okay? A few droplets cling to the grey hair on his wrists. Now see, a very nicely written rhyme. A few droplets of water cling to the grey hair on his wrist. This is the wrist, you have some hair. Okay, nothing great to be seen. But why this is mentioned so much in detail? A few droplets of water, symbolic of some enthusiasm, some happiness, some excitement, clinging on to the grey hair as life is passing by. Okay, he is becoming older, still has some excitement left, still has something that he is expecting, some wonder that he is expecting, and something great expected to come his way. A few droplets cling to the graying hair on his wrists. His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets with him. His sullen children. Sullen means his children who are very irritable, who get angry very fast, short-tempered, they feel that Arey, my father is too old, he will not understand the jokes that I crack, nor will he be a good person to speak with, nor do I want to share any of my secrets with him. No, I'm not really interested in this fellow. I don't like him. ये तो अभी बाप है तो ठीक है, we are just going ahead in life. But showing that how he is treated in the house as well. In the house, if you see, right from the beginning, light tea, stale chapati, loneliness in the kitchen, in the toilet, thought while he is washing his face, and being ignored by his own children. Okay? He will now go to sleep. Now he has nothing else to look forward to. The day has ended and he'll go off to sleep without having any excitement coming his way or happiness coming his way. There is one small thing he still is interested into. Listening to the static on the radio. He's listening to the static. That is, he's listening to some regular program that he is, he has always been listening to. Dreaming of his ancestors. So he's just lying on his bed, passively listening to the tunes that are ringing on the radio, and he's thinking about his ancestors and how people were back then, how my grandfather was happy, my father was happy, my great grandfather, probably our generation, how it all started and all. And grandchildren, the ones who are not present, are the ones whom he has in his memories. These are the ones whom he wants to speak about, think about, and look forward to, because the ones who are present don't seem to value him at all. Thinking of nomads. So while thinking of ancestors, he's thinking about the nomadic tribe, the ancient people of nomads entering a subcontinent through a narrow pass. So he is in thought about how it all started, how generations started and how the Dravidians and the Aryans may have entered India and the subcontinent of India, and how our entire civilization may have come up. So right now he's so messed up in his mind and so dull in his spirit that he is not looking forward to anything in particular, and very sad at his current state, and hopes that there is something good that happens with him. Tomorrow morning, once again, he will be going to his office and starting his own daily routine. It's a very simple poem, but something that shows you the current state. This is the state of a lower middle class man, a typical lower middle class man. Many of you and even I could not very well correlate with this, because most of our fathers don't follow this kind of a routine, or did not follow this kind of a routine. Luckily, we are born with a little more blessings than our counterparts. But people, if you observe, they lead such a bad life. Like I'll tell you about one of my friends. He stays in Nala Sopara, very far away. Works at Marine Drive, so it is actually across the city. Okay, gets up at 5:30 in the morning, leaves home at 7 a.m. Comes back at 8:30 p.m. Has his food. Comes back at 9:30 p.m. Has his food and is asleep by 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. he has to sleep compulsorily. No TV, nothing else to do from Monday to Saturday. And Sunday, most of his days are spent sleeping. 5:30 a.m. he gets up. 10:30 p.m. he sleeps. So, and this is someone my age, okay, my batch. So, life of people is actually very harsh. When you come to see the routine life of an average man or a lower middle class, you will find that it's very pitiful. It is something that you would not like sharing or you would not like commenting on. We kind of feel better to ignore it, and we feel it okay to specify that we are middle class. Obviously, we are not middle class, we are the privileged class. Okay, so that is how this big bracket of society lives. If at all you get a chance to observe something like that, do that and you will come to know how lucky you are in the current situation. Okay, so that was as far as the Bhashan was concerned. Do go through the summary and the question answers from the Reliable. This is Ronak Shah signing off. Bye everyone and take care.